Alright, so today we're going to be going over my repairs to the quail cage that I have to do since the Hurricane Laura passed through. I'm doing a little bit of a redesign on it just because I don't think the space was being used efficiently. Now this is for when my quail come out of the brooder box under the heat lamp. They'll be about 2 to 3 weeks old depending on the outside temperatures. Generally when it's 80 or 90 degrees outside, they're ready to go out about 2 weeks. So we'll do that, and I'll show you guys what I have repairs to make and what I'm planning on doing. Alright, so this is my quail cage that I need to repair. This is where I can hold about 30 babies to grow up to either butcher or replace my egg layers. I have my watering system here, just some water cups that go to both my grow out cages, and they're all set up with the 5-gallon bucket over there. Originally I had split the grow out box here into 2 spots with this piece of plywood. I don't think that's very useful. It seems like the boxes I used to feed, they'd all just congregate where the water and the food were, and they weren't really getting the benefit of the shelter that I had expected to need by separating it in half. So I'm just going to take this out, and I'll have a covered top the whole way. You can see my other grow out box here has hardware cloth on half of it, and it's also split down the middle. I think you can see it through here. I'll probably leave that one split in half, and I'll compare the two this next summer when I'm raising a bunch of quail from eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead, take off the pieces that are broken, take off that hardware cloth underneath there so I can get this piece of plywood out, and then I'll show you guys what that looks like. Alright, I'll show you the damage from the hurricane that took the lid off. So this was the lid for that quail cage. You can see the hinges here on both sides, and I like it because it's really heavy, and if you have a lid that opens from the top, the heaviness of the lid will keep it closed and you won't have to worry about them getting out, or if you forget to lock the cage. Other than flying off during the hurricane, it looks like this little piece separated a little bit. I'll just go ahead and screw that back in, and then we'll get it kind of fitted back on the cage and see what all we need to do to fix it. Alright, so now we have that taken off. I'll screw this back down, and I probably need to get another 2x2 or a piece of wood to go across here, and then I'll come back and put the lid back on that has the hinges. Alright, so it didn't really work out as we expected. I need to put a support piece that runs underneath that sheet of plywood right here, just so that this will have something to attach to and it won't buckle a little bit. So that'll be the next step, and then we'll figure out how to make it work. Alright, so the fix I came up with is I had a bunch of old fence boards from the hurricane. I cut one, put it across here, just underneath where that edge is. I do have a gap that's going to run here. I don't think I'm going to have any problems with any predators or anything like that. I really don't have that too much, but if it becomes a problem, we'll fix that. I just put a screw in the hinge on each side. I don't need it to be super secure or anything. And then we can see how it actually looks now. No divider, should be good. It should keep out most of the wind and the weather. Half of it is hardware cloth, half of it will be plywood, and I think this will work out better for us coming up. I'll show you my birds that I have. So this is my main breeder cage where I keep all my egg layers, older birds. They do have a enclosed side because I keep these through the winter. I try not to keep any young birds through the winter, but yeah, that's it.